Okay, guys, welcome back to another video for you guys. This one is another news-related video. I actually gonna say I'm gonna do this one. Actually, next here. I actually wanted to do an update for you guys with my dad's girlfriend and all that, and then kind of tell you guys what was going on. But I think I'm gonna wait on that because I'm personally not feeling the best, and honestly, I kind of want to get this video out of the way. I didn't mention in the last video that I actually am recovering from an illness. I don't know what the heck I have. I don't know if it's COVID or something. I thought about going to the doctor and getting me tested, but honestly, my mom was running around because she, had her phone quit working on her and all that, and I was just like, you know what, I'm not feeling the best, I'm just gonna lay here and rest. And I'm like, because if I go to the doctor, they're not gonna be able to do anything about it anyway, so I've been kind of just staying away from people at times, I'm feeling a bit better now, but I'm still not great. I feel icky still, so I'll probably go lay down after this. To be fair, though, it's technically, almost 2 o'clock in the morning, so, probably should just do that anyway, but, I wanted to make these videos for you guys, but anywho, before I get any further, you guys know the drill. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. And unlike the last video, I actually remembered to actually put the, what was it? I forgot to put I actually remembered to put the follow me, stuff at the end of the video for you guys. So you guys can, follow me on the, so I can show you guys where to follow me and all that. But yeah, if you guys don't like me talking about the stuff, you guys know the drill. You guys can click off the video and watch my reviews instead. Because I do reviews as well. Or I do Let's Plays, because I know this stuff can be kind of, hit or miss of people. But I really wanted to talk about Disney Plus here. So I'm going to be doing that here. So Disney Plus. As you guys know, Disney Plus is just like, a lot of other platforms anymore. It's like a streaming service, because it's not like we don't have 1,000 of those already, Got 1,000 freaking streaming services out there, too many to keep track of. Apparently there's even a freaking Red Bull streaming service. Yeah, you gotta have a streaming service for everything. But as you guys know, Disney Plus, is, supposedly doing well and all that, or at least they're trying to make it look like that and all that, because, it seems to me they're trying very desperately to get people to subscribe to their freaking platform, their little blue app. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a blue app because it's technically colored blue. I guess it's also, green and all that because of Hulu, and you got that whole thing going on when they're merging the platform, with Disney Plus. Which I still think is stupid. They basically, spent it was apparently $9 billion, but it was almost $10 billion for freaking Hulu. They spent freaking a shit ton of money on that platform. Only now they're gonna fucking basically shut it down. So you basically just threw a bunch of money out the window. Way to go, Bob Iger. Way to go. You really know how to save your money there. I don't really know how you keep your damn job. How do these CEOs here keep their fucking jobs? I'm serious. I get CEOs have all this power on it, but, the fact that they have fired, let's say, Michael Eisner, and they have fired, Bob Chapek for supposedly screwing the company up, even though let's be fair here, Iger did a lot of the shit that people blame Chapek for, and Chapek was only there for like a little while, like he really wasn't there long enough to do a lot of damage. I mean, he did shut Blue Sky Studios, he shut that down under his watch. I was under his watch, and he did spend a little bit on Disney Plus, a lot more than, he should have. But, like, Iger out here has acquired all these damn franchises and all that, and, has also ran him into the ground, and somehow he has a fucking job still. He has a fucking job. I don't really get that, I don't get how this guy has a fucking job here, despite him doing all this shit and all that, I'm just like, I don't know. But basically what happened here is, so because they have acquired, Hulu and all that, they're shutting it down, because Iger does not know how to save money, It would make more sense to sell the fucking app off, to somebody else. And, I mean, you could say, again, it could be harder to find buyers, which, I mean, yes, it can, but with people going to streaming and all that anymore, you could, like, sell it to somebody else. And all that, which, I mean, to be fair, like, here's the thing. I wouldn't be so upset with, with Disney here, like, if it was actually, like, I would still be a little upset, like, if it was their, own platform they're shutting down. But the fact that they have acquired it, and they've been laying off employees, and Iger's out here spending money like crazy. He's spending money like crazy, and they're still fucking laying people off, like, it has stopped right now, but it doesn't mean anything that it won't continue on, like it did before, like because he bought out Fubo TV too, and all that, so clearly, there's some spending problem going on here. But what's happening now is apparently, Disney has reported that they're gonna stop reporting the subscriber count. So, like Netflix, they're gonna stop reporting the subscriber count, which makes me kind of question, like, do they actually have as many subscribers as they say they do? Like, do they actually have as many as they say they do? I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like, I mean, you could say, well, Disney reported that, their subscriber count, they have over 100, because it's like I've looked at online, they have like over 150 million subscribers is last time I looked, which I guess was about a month or two ago. I haven't really been keeping track of that, because personally I've been calling it BS. I don't think they got as many as they do, because if they did, they wouldn't be so desperate to get people to go to their platform, they wouldn't be acquiring, like, WE and all that kind of stuff. But that's the thing, though, is, the fact that they are, they're doing this shit right when they, not only had their earnings call, but also, they announced they're gonna merge Hulu and all that and shut the Hulu app down. Makes me kind of question, like, do they really have as many subscribers as they say they do? Because, because Hulu was a thing a lot of people liked. And now that they're shutting down that, because they were probably combining the stuff together, like they were combining it together. So it makes me wonder, like, again, do they have as many as they say they do? Because also we gotta remember too, a lot of people have unsubscribed to their platform because either the content on there is not as good, or they've they have a big library of stuff because they bought out Fox and all that, but a lot of that stuff you could just get on DVD, or they probably already have the stuff, or they go on there and they censor stuff. There's a reason why I don't watch Toy Story and all that. I told you guys I refuse to watch Toy Story and all that on Disney Plus because they removed features like the original logo and all that. But there's also stuff going on there, like them threatening people and telling them they can't sue them because they're subscribed to their fucking platform. I'm like, they're basically trying to say you guys have all these subscribers and all that, and I'm just like looking at this. I'm like, I don't think they do. I think I'm calling this BS. And actually, I'm gonna pause this for a second because I actually want to show you guys the subscriber count. Because I think it'll still pull it up on Google. But let's see here on. All right, look at this here. Okay, so it's saying that Hulu has 55.5 million subscribers. Which is a ton of subscribers. But that's a lot of subscribers there. Now let's look up how many subscribers Disney Plus and ESPN have. Actually, it looks like they actually lost some subscribers by the looks of it. That's actually interesting. Okay, because last year it was saying they had 150 million subscribers. Now it's saying they have this much. That's still quite a bit though, considered. It's still quite a bit though, considered. Again, Disney Plus. Because consider they had that whole, they threatened people and all that with that lawsuit and all that. But now let's look at ESPN. Alright, here's what it says here. But yeah, see, apparently it says right there, that's how many subscribers they have there. Which if you add Hulu and all that, with that would be like 70-something, million subscribers. That'd be almost like 80 there, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, that'd be actually almost 80 there. So that's over over half of their, what their subscriber count normally is there. For their actual platform. But again, I find, I don't know, I know it's like, look, I'm looking, it looks like here I'm showing you guys this, so it's basically, I'm looking up in the numbers of these other platforms. But that's the thing, though, too, like I said, they have a lot of subscribers on these other platforms. But again, like I said, the fact that, again, I still think having, it looks like it goes pretty far, very close to kind of where they're at, with the, Disney Plus as a whole, and the fact, again, they have their apps on their platform, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird. Let me get back to my, video thing here, though. But yeah, I wanted to showcase, that stuff because, I don't know if that stuff will be hitting, but it looks like they're actually losing some quite a bit of subscribers. Or again, like I said, they probably didn't have any to be all that much to begin with. And that's the thing, though. And I have a feeling, too. I have a feeling that, like I said, I think Disney Plus is probably, like I said, doesn't have as many as they do. Because the fact that they're going out and hiding this is kind of weird. Especially, like I said, it's weird timing that they're doing all this after Hulu shut down and all that. After they announced that. Also, like I said, Netflix has done the same thing. Netflix, I think they said they have over 200 subscribers. Over 200 million is what I meant. 200 million. I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like it's right for companies to be doing this and hiding their numbers, but that's kind of what they do, It actually can do more harm than good at times, too. I'm a YouTuber here. I can tell you guys, sometimes, hiding stuff like comments and all that, you can hide comments all you want, but honestly, it not only affects the YouTubers, but it also affects, the actual platformers. Not just YouTube, but in general, YouTube is just an example. You can hide the numbers and the, all that, but again, like, it makes it kind of harder for people to want to trust you and all that. And then again, like, it kind of makes it harder for the people who make the stuff and all to keep track of what people like and what people don't like. So we have companies out here that remove dislikes and comments. Like when they're trying to quote stuff, on trailers or something, as well. It can be kind of a problem because people cannot see, so you can't, like, really improve yourself, And that's kind of, again, with Disney Plus and all that, too. I'm, like, hiding your numbers. Like, I mean, the thing is that there's nothing really for them to really improve. But, I mean, again, like, I feel like just doing that makes you look kind of sus and makes people look at you like, why are they doing this stuff? And again, they're using this excuse that, their numbers are not going up anymore. Well, my numbers are not going up on my YouTube channel much. I'm not hiding it, I'm not hiding it. So the fact that, again, that these companies out here are doing this stuff kind of just makes it look sus. And then, I mean, they're doing this too to make them look good with the investors. The problem is, though, is when you're laying off people and all that, shutting shit down, you're actually, like, you're causing more harm than good for your company, trying to do this shit just to make you look like the good guy. And so Iger is out here trying to bank on fucking Disney Plus. Like, he's banking hard. Like, he's doubling and tripling down on this platform. Like, he's so desperate to fucking beat Netflix and all, which I don't think they're ever going to. I think these some studios, not just Disney, but, like, Warner Brothers, Paramount and all of them, I think would have been better off, having their content licensed out instead of making their own stuff. I'm not saying they can't do this stuff, but, like, clearly Disney Plus is failing because they're spending a shit ton of money trying to, put their content on here. And then Iger, again, is going out acquiring more stuff, even though, like, we've seen them laying off people, and all that. And I mean, again, they're going to shut Hulu down probably to, save some money, because they don't really need two apps going. Now, I mean, I'll say this with Iger, at least I guess he's keeping the name Hulu. But again, I'm just like, I feel like instead of shutting it down, I think you'd be better off just selling it off. Because again, you guys wasted fucking several $billion for a worthless platform you didn't really need when you guys already had your own, And yeah, they made this deal with Comcast. They were forced to buy it, but they could still sell it. They could sell it to somebody. I'm sure there could be some buyers out there that will buy the platform. And they could probably buy it, Or hell, they could buy it and maybe turn Hulu into like a, maybe they could turn it into, instead of like a, they could turn it into like maybe it could be like a Netflix thing. They can make a bunch of shows on it. Or they could turn it into another, like, video platform where you can, like, stream and stuff on there. But, like, still keep the Hulu name. If you're trying to, make, keep your, competition going, Because there's so many platforms out there, that already are making content. I don't know. I just think instead of, Disney getting their hands on it and fucking ruining it, I think they should have just sold it off. Like, these people out here, that they need to, like, question these companies here and their decisions on, like, in these earning calls. They need to question what these companies are doing. Now, I've seen some of the earnings calls. I will say Disney, and Iger's on there. He will say, Iger will kind of dodge the questions, I've noticed, and all that. But you can, like, if you ask the questions a certain way, you could probably get him. You could like get all like you can like point out shit and all that. Like if I were on the earnings calls, I'd be like, why are you guys, like, why did you guys, why are you guys laying off people? And, you guys spent $10 billion like almost $10 billion on a platform. Like, why do you guys need it? Why don't you guys just sell it off and, like, let, other employee, like, instead of, like, laying off employees trying to cut costs to make money, why not just sell it off, I would ask something like that. Maybe not exactly like that, but I'm just saying, like, I would probably ask some of these questions. Because some of this shit, like I said, is getting kind of crazy and all that, but that's the thing, though. A lot of these companies will dodge questions, but yeah, I definitely have noticed that with Disney, too. They'll, like, watching their earnings close. I mean, I haven't watched them this year, because personally, I just don't care much about them. Because, I mean, that's the problem. It doesn't like there's much of a resolved situation. But I'm just like, I'm like, you guys are clearly losing money. You guys are out here, laying people off, trying to cut costs. And I'm just like, and then you guys fucking go and acquire shit like Hulu. I'm like, again, like, you guys just sell it off. Instead of, like, you guys basically just threw, like, $9 billion under the the bus, just to shut the platform down. Like, you guys could have literally, sold it off or something, Like, I don't think you guys would have got $9 billion, but you guys could have probably got $3 or $4 billion for the platform, I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking at this. I mean, I'm trying to tell people. Some people are still kind of fine with this. But some people have gotten kind of salty in the comments. And I'm just like, I'm just like pointing this out. I'm like, they basically just spent like $9 billion on this platform. And then they shut it down. They're going to shut it down. And people do prove a point that, again, they can't really be paying for, like, they don't need to be paying for, like, more than one platform. But they're also out there laying people off, trying to cut costs on their animation. Eventually, they're going to hit a ceiling. And that's the problem. Like, I hate how other people have to suffer because of Disney's actions, And that's the thing with Iger. I said Iger is out here blowing money on shit and somehow has not got fired for this shit. While, while these poor people have to lose their jobs, and then we get to see these companies we once loved growing up get shattered and destroyed. That's the thing, And I mean, yeah, Hulu's gonna keep the name, but basically the identity of the platform is pretty much dead. It's gonna be dead, because they're gonna shut it down, and I'm just like, again, I'm like instead of, just going out here buying shit and destroying it, why not fucking, either do something with it or just fucking, sell it off, And I mean, yeah, they are gonna keep the Hulu name, but I still don't see the point of them having Hulu when they have Disney Plus, And yeah, there are some Hulu originals, but again, I'm just like, again, I think it's just stupid. But yeah, the fact that they're out here, again, hiding numbers right after they announced they're doing this stuff, just again shows me that I think they were using Hulu to combine their numbers with their platform. And other people have pointed this out too, so I'm not the only one. But I'm just saying, I'm like, it seems very sus that they're doing this stuff right after. I mean, it could be a coincidence, but, like, the fact they're doing this shit right after, they announced the shutdown of Hulu. Which, again, I'm like, they're shutting it down in, like, 2026. And that's still a few months off. And we don't even know when they're shutting it down. So it seems kind of funny, too, they're doing it so far out, too, Like, I mean, they probably need to, like, maybe, find people some jobs and all that, but, like, they've shut shit down before faster than that and had no problem. Like, Blue Sky, they shut that down. They announced, like, in February they would shut that down. Not February this year, obviously, but, like, like, 2021, they announced they were gonna shut, Blue Sky down. Blue Sky Studios, they're gonna shut that down. And then, like, in April, they shut it down. And then we got, and then here we have, like, that they're, shutting it down, but they're going to wait until 2026 to actually shut it down. It definitely seems kind of weird, but I don't know. I mean, to be fair, it is also an app, too, but like I said, it is kind of weird how they're spreading it out. It's like they're trying to, like, plan something, like they're trying to, like they're trying to figure out, like, how to, again, like, make things look good and all that for them, like, I mean, like I said, they're probably trying to get it, they're trying to spread it across the world. They're going to replace Star with Hulu, but again, I just think it's funny, again, that they're, again, waiting so long to do this, and I think they could easily just do it easily like that, but I don't know. But I don't know. I'm probably gonna go ahead and let things go from here, though, because personally, I don't really know what's gonna go on. I mean, I don't really agree what they're doing here, but I mean, at least they're keeping the Hulu names. They're not gonna completely kill it. Not like Touchstone Pictures and all that either. Like where they shut the platform down and it was gone. Completely. At least they're doing something with it. But again, Iger's, overspending on shit and shutting things down, and people are losing their jobs where, again, they could just sell the stuff off, but I don't know. But we'll see what's going to happen here, but anywho, see you guys later. Bye-bye.